For latest updates and short audio clips, follow us on Instagram, Reading the Author.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. Meanwhile, I truly believe and pray that you and your families are completely safe and healthy as well. Today we have Sonal Srivastava ma'am with us, the author of Winning Your Demons and the Yodha of Our Times. Thank you so much ma'am for coming on our show. We are highly grateful कि आप हमारे शो पर आए.
Thank you.
So basically मैम before we get into the podcast और हम आपके बुक के बारे में, आपकी विजन, आपके फ्यूचर प्लान्स के बारे में जाने, I would like you to please introduce yourself. आप अपने बारे में, अपनी बुक की जर्नी के बारे में हमें कुछ बताएं.
So I am Sonal Srivastava and currently I work with Gartner in research team, and I started writing actually way back during my school time, and I used to love writing a lot of stories and just thoughts and reflections, and eventually by the time lockdown started, this entire passion really encouraged me to write more, and particularly poems. That's where I realized that I could compile, and a lot of my colleagues as well, they encouraged me to go ahead and compile these poems. These were very mostly inspirational poems, and that's how I began my journey into writing, particularly with books. So yes, the first book, Winning Your Demons, is a compilation of nearly 20 poems, and most of them are inspirational poems. And I was inspired enough to, after seeing the response on my first publication, I was encouraged enough to go ahead with my second book, The Yodha of Our Times, which is again a compilation of 5 inspirational stories. These are really inspired from the unsung heroes of our society, and it is a compilation of those stories in poetic verses. So yes, the journey so far has been amazing and very encouraging, and I hope to keep this going and keep offering more of inspirational stories and thoughts to everyone and all of my readers.
Definitely. So ma'am, basically as we all know that the book has been released, and I just saw that it is performing really well on Amazon in terms of ratings and reviews. So can you give us some insights? I just hope that many people must have read that, but there must be some certain people who haven't read it yet. So beside telling that okay, these are the you just shared, these are the poems and around motivation and all those, what a reader can expect from the book, in terms of what impact they will have after reading it, or can you share some insights, something more?
So the second book that I just had got published, The Yodha of Our Times. This is, as I said, a compilation of 5 inspirational stories. And when I use the word inspiration, that doesn't really just pertain to our profession and work and passion. It goes beyond that. And this is how it happened with me when I interacted with a lot of household workers and cleaners and shopkeepers. I've seen instances, especially during COVID times. I mean, it's quite difficult for a lot of families to cope up with the kind of situation there is. I've seen a lot of people really step up to support them during these times and to help them, cope up with their basic requirements. We do see heroes and idols in a particular light, but my entire objective of writing this book, I was very inspired to tell people that about these unsung heroes that we actually do not really see. We do not really, we might see, but we have not really paid so much attention to. And that is what I really wanted to highlight in my book. Not just during COVID times, otherwise too. Most of these are fictional stories, nothing particular about any specific person that I know. But yes, a lot of them are inspired from the situations that I've seen, and how these people are really helping the society transform their way of thinking, our specific way of thinking about different aspects of life and social work and society. So yes, this is what my book really revolves around.
Okay, that seems to be really interesting. Like, not many people talk about those people or such kind of topics. Like, can we expect more such books from you, ma'am, like in future, or you want to just try some experiment on other genres as well? Like, what's the upcoming plan?
So yes, definitely. Actually, when I had started my journey as an author, when I started writing, in fact, most of the times when I write, it's mostly because of inspiration, and I don't really stick to the concept that I get inspired only with good events that happen in our life. I do believe that we experience several emotions, and some of them can be very soul dampening as well. And I believe that we can channel that and inspire ourselves and motivate others as well for something positive and very beautiful. And when I say that, this actually, I believe that applies to different aspects of our life too. So yes, I definitely intend to experiment with the kind of writing I do, and I do aspire to explore different aspects of life. As I've said before in my previous interviews, that I generally try to talk about emotions and how we can channel them to inspire ourselves and others. I do intend to inspire good thoughts and any thought that can help us recover from any negativity. While it is easier to be said than done, this is some practice that I follow by myself. I obviously, as a human, do also have my own circumstances that I come from, but I feel that if you try, there's no stopping. There's nothing that can stop you. So this is what I believe.
Okay. मैम, जैसा कि अभी आपने बताया कि you want to focus on the emotions and you want to just touch those sort of emotions which are not being touched by many of us, many authors, you can say. But ma'am, like what and like what sort of personal branding do you seek? Like when it comes to personal branding, I mean कि अगर आज से 2-3 साल बाद किसी ने कोई बुक उठाई कि ओके इट्स अ बुक बाय सोनल श्रीवास्तव, तो उसके माइंड में क्या इम्पैक्ट आना चाहिए? लाइक अकॉर्डिंग टू यू वो क्या फील करे, या उसके एक होता है ना कि इमेज बन जाती है कि ठीक है इस ऑथर की बुक है तो ये इसने ऐसा लिखा होगा, मुझे ये मिल सकता है इसके बुक से. तो आर यू वर्किंग एनीथिंग ऑन दैट एज वेल?
In fact, I have always thought about it, and this is a very nice question. I would like to say that has kind of been an inspiration for me when I look at myself at least 5 years down the line. When I look at myself as a very well-established author, I do inspire to be someone who, for people, not just offering self-help books, but more about circumstances that at times we face a lot of different circumstances that people do not really feel comfortable talking about. and it can be anything. While I've just started my journey, I will not say that I've covered everything, but I do aspire to cover most of the things that have not been talked about. And when I say that, I do aspire to be that author that offers inspiration, the right inspiration to my readers when they look forward to picking up a book. It's not just going to be a self-help book, a book that just has a lot of lines just giving you like motivation. No, this is mostly going to be about people. It's going to be about stories derived from real life instances, and I feel that a lot of people can connect with that, and when they can, this really helps us grow. So this is what I aspire to offer.
Okay. So basically, if a reader is holding a book, then they can expect that, okay, the stories or the content will be real and pure, and that will be completely relatable, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And my next question to you is like, we all know that the numbers of writers are getting increased day by day, after the lockdown we can say, or as of now the publishing is also good, like very easy it has become when it comes to Kindle publishing or the self-publishing, or there are numbers of publishing houses open as of now. So what sort of competition do you feel in this industry, like when it comes to competing with other authors or in the same genre, and these number games, bestseller and all those, the number of reviews and all those. So what sort of competition you feel, and how you are tackling it, or just facing it?
See, honestly, when it comes to competition, there's nothing as such that I feel competition from a particular or a particular group of authors. In fact, I honestly believe that every author comes from their own situation and circumstances of their lives, and they have a story can be told in various aspects, and they have their own perspectives. So I really encourage people to in fact write and tell their story. There's something very inspiring for me as well. When I read, I come to know about different things that I wouldn't know, and we only learn from people. This is something I really believe. But when it comes to competition, yes, I do compete, but that probably would be with my own self, because right now, especially when you're talking about COVID times, I am dealing with different things in my life. I have my own work. I have to help out in the house. There are several situations that sometimes could cause me to feel negative and give me soul dampening vibes, right? And that is how that is where I feel that I'm competing with myself. In fact, honestly, recently my father was not keeping well, and that's where that was something very big for me, because I was sort of running down the hospital and trying to get things all sorted out, and that is where I talk about competition with myself, is when I was losing out on time, when I have the idea and I'm not being able to find time to express myself. That is the competition I feel that I was facing with my own self. Besides that as well, every time I write, I try to see where I can improve in terms of offering the best read that I can, the best read of my perspective to the reader. That is where I see my competition lies. So it's all competing with myself.
Definitely, ma'am, because what I personally feel, ma'am, life is much more than all these revolving around the numbers, and it's a sort of it's a healthy thing. When it comes to like a healthy competition, it's completely fine. everyone must compete, because
Yes.
that's only when we progress. But there must be
Yes.
like there are sort of people, like I have been in chat with many person, like they just tend to just feel completely okay, it's my daily job to just monitor all those things, like okay, this is scoring that much, I have to do that much sale. But life is beyond that. We have to just think over that as well.
Yes, certainly. A lot of people have those objectives that, honestly, when I am penning down my thoughts and my stories, I don't really keep a target that way, that at least 1,000 copies should be sold by so and so date. Obviously, that is very inspiring. But for me, more than that, success would be where even if one person reads it and comes back to me telling me that this piece has changed me, my thinking, or transformed my thoughts in any of the positive ways, that is something that I would count in as something of a benchmark. True. Yes.
And basically there's one more thing, ma'am, I want to add, like when we just stuck to the number game, na? Like okay,
Yes.
let's say if your first book releases and it become instantly the bestseller, let's suppose. But when there will be time when you will be releasing your second one, then you will be not excited about the second one. Instead you will be tensed, okay, कि first वाली ने bestseller किया था, इसे भी करना होगा, what can I do for that? And that's the point where we lose our excitement and we just change it to the stress, what we can say.
Yes, definitely. With numbers, I mean, everyone has their own way of thinking, and I do not say that it could be wrong or right. But for me, this is how I feel and think, that if I wrap myself around numbers and expectations, then I feel that it kind of only constrains my growth that way. And I feel that the only expectation that I can would be, improve or cater to would be my readers, and try to improve my own skill in the way I think and what I offer. That's where I see my perception really comes from.
And ma'am, my next question is like, there are many people who are just debuting in this industry, like in this book industry, and they are just willing to pursue it as a full-time career, like a full-time author. But when it comes to like in India, we can just count on numbers, like how many full-time authors are there, because the financial perspective is not that stable, what I feel. So like you have also released back-to-back a couple of books. So what's your plan? Like would you like to be a full-time author in future?
So writing is my passion, and of course someday I do hope to be a full-time writer once I feel that I get that confidence. I mean, there are a lot of readers coming back and asking me about my next book, and people are going around buying things, my books, and copies are being sold. But I mean, I feel that in my expectations, like I've always mentioned, when it comes to my expectations, I have different plans. And right now, I feel that there's a lot of scope that I want to improve before I feel confident in that way to offer one of the best-selling books. This is a journey. And while a lot of people feel that I have accomplished much, I still see myself, someone that has to accomplish much more. This just cannot be it. So yes, for me, plans are very long, but eventually I do plan to, once I feel stable and I feel that this is where it is going, and I hope to become a full-time writer in future. But yes, right now I'm just trying to learn and explore different aspects. Yes.
Okay. And like ma'am, now coming to your personal, like we have talked about your journey, about your book, about your upcoming plans, plans in writing. Now coming to your personal life, can you
Yes.
share with us like what was the most happiest moment of your life?
Happiest moment.
Hmm.
Honestly, I see things in a very different light. I have had a lot of happiest moments. Well, there's nothing like one moment I can recall that way that has been the most happiest. But yes, when it comes to recalling one of them, I do recall the time when I had actually come back to India, and I was in my 11th grade that time, 11th class, and I was pursuing most of my studies in Europe at that time, Ukraine,
Okay.
and coming back to India and kind of adjusting with the kind of syllabus Indian schools have was very difficult for me. And at that time, I did touch a low point in my life, and it was very difficult for me to cope up. Like people did not really have much expectations at that time, very honestly. And that was the first boards for me, and that incident really transformed my life, because at that time I was not only just battling with myself that I can do it. I was also trying to tell my people around me who had no hopes. They were really trying to convince me that maybe I should just skip this, and that was very important part of my life. However, I could overcome, and I could score really well. So kind of like my parents were very surprised, and they were obviously very happy, and so were my teachers, who did not really expect at that time. But that was one of the happiest moments, because at that time I could reinstore that kind of faith and confidence. It's easier to lose hope and faith, but you know what, I always had that thing in my mind that I can, and if I am going to put in efforts, it will show results, and that is all I know. So once you go ahead with that kind of mindset, there's nothing that can stop you, and that is what I learned.
Definitely.
And beyond that, I've really learned to keep myself inspired in that way. It transformed me as a person. So yes, that is one of the happiest moments.
Definitely. One thing I want to add, just having that sort of mindset and that sort of determination at that age is truly commendable. Like, you just said you were in class 11th, right? So
Yes.
बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे जो उस टाइम पे अगर ऐसी कुछ चीज़ें हो जाए, इनफैक्ट लोग, मैंने देखा है एज माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस, अगर उनके स्कूल्स चेंज हो जाते हैं तो दे जस्ट गॉट डीमोटिवेटेड, एक शहर से दूसरे शहर में हो जाते हैं तो दे गॉट डिस्टर्ब, बट कमिंग ऑल द वे फ्रॉम यूक्रेन एंड देन शिफ्टिंग टू इंडिया, इट्स ट्रूली कमेंडेबल.
Yes, it's definitely actually, I honestly believe that we need to go beyond a particular way of thinking in that way. It's not about opportunities coming to us. Even if you are in the lowest point of your life, when you feel that you have nothing in your hand, but we often forget that opportunity is something that you can create your own self for your own growth, only when you think patiently. And that is something that really could help you grow. So that is something I've really learned in my life, and I've seen it really impact in a good way. So that is something I keep to myself whenever I feel low.
So ma'am, my next question is like, when last year when your book was about to release, what was your mindset like? Do you feel stressed, or have you targeted any sort of milestone for your books, like कि okay मुझे इतने लोग जानते हैं तो मेरी बुक को इतना सेल करना चाहिए, या लोगों के क्या एक्सप्रेशंस होंगे, मार्केट में बुक को कैसे एक्सेप्ट किया जाएगा? What was going on in your mind?
So, very honestly, I am quite grounded with this. I know that I am a new author, even though I have published my second book, and people have come to know about my name and everything. But eventually, when I write my book, I never really think about how many copies I'm going to sell. It's more about what I'm going to tell to people, because I feel that it makes a very huge difference than just I've seen a lot of people definitely love reading love stories, and obviously that is something very interesting part of life, and everyone wants to know what could be different. And there are a lot of ways you can actually increase your sales that way. And my objective has not been about increasing my sales and getting my revenue. This has really been about my passion again. So whenever I pen down my book, stress, I don't really feel that stressed out, because again, this is my passion and I really enjoy every aspect of it. Even when it comes to like publishing, I really enjoy the entire process of creativity and designing the book cover and discussing more about it, and more than just putting through my content and getting it published. I feel that a book is a journey for a reader.
Indeed.
From where you begin and where you end, and how the entire process is. So it's not just, if you pick up my book, it's not just going to be a random book with a random cover. I really focus and try to go about how creative we can get with it, and how I can improve the entire journey of reading and holding that book. So yes, that is what is my entire experience that has been whenever I've got a book published.
Well said, ma'am. Basically, what I feel, ma'am, like if we do just injustice or something, like अगर आपने कहा ना कि आपने book cover से लेके सारी चीजें you just plan out, और अगर हम वही आधे अधूरे तरीके से करेंगे तो what goes around comes around. नेचर को भी पता है कि कैसे फिर उस चीज को ट्रीट करना है, right?
Yes, and I hope that tomorrow when people talk of me, I really aspire to be that one person who is remembered by her words, not the number of copies that are sold, honestly. So yeah, that is what my objective is.
Definitely. Because
Yes.
what you feel, I completely agree with that, because if when it comes to the marketing industry, like you also know and we all know that it's a sort of completely paid thing which we can see. Lots of paid services are going there, but at the end of the day you also know that okay, my book has been bestseller but no one have read it yet. I have just spent lots of money, and that's how it becomes. But when it okay, मेरी बुक बेस्ट सेलर नहीं बनी, बस स्टिल 2 लोगों ने पढ़ी और उन लोगों ने मुझे रिप्लाई दिया या उन लोगों ने सच में मेरे काम को पसंद किया. That's more satisfying that just playing that number game and just running behind that orange tag.
Exactly, that's spot on. And that is what I feel, that's where it makes the difference, that people are reading your book, but I mean, there's no change that is happening. I don't know what you're taking away from my book, but I really hope that tomorrow when you read my book, I hope you take all the positive thoughts that you need and that can help from my book, whoever needs it. So that is what I think.
Okay. And ma'am, my last question to you of this podcast is like, what are your advices for the upcoming authors? Like, if you have to give one single piece of advice to the upcoming authors, what would be that?
I would honestly say that it's difficult to follow writing as a passion. I know that, and there are a lot of times that you will feel that you will feel very dull, and you might not feel the right way to express. You might find it difficult. You might face that writer's block, but I feel that if you keep writing, maintain that discipline, and persistently write, you will reach your objective. And I really encourage them to spend more time on quality than thinking about how many copies they are sold, because it really makes a difference when you tell your story that can transform someone's perspective. And I'd encourage that to them as well.
Definitely. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope you must have enjoyed this episode, and if you do, then do follow our podcast, Reading the Author, a unique show where we read authors' mind and not their book. And don't forget to buy and read the book. Just go on Amazon, वहाँ पे आप सर्च करें सोनल श्रीवास्तव, मैम की दोनों बुक आ जाएंगे. ज़रूर खरीदें, पढ़ें और जानने वालों के साथ, अपने चाहने वालों के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करें. Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us with your words. It was truly an amazing experience to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.